All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Anime Happy Hour podcast. I'm Jonathan, your host. Tonight here I'm joined by my two co-hosts, per usual. We got Richie.
Hello.
I was going to bump Jake up, but he kind of took a while in the pre-show, so back down to three.
Go ahead.
He's just going to be quiet.
Finish your sentence.
We got Jake. Jake, returning yet again.
You didn't actually introduce me. You just
kind of threw you in
me.
there.
Hey, close enough, right? At this point.
Yeah, expect nothing less of me at this point. In case you're first time joining us, we're the Anime Happy Hour podcast. Every week we get together, pour ourselves a drink, discuss the world of anime and what's going on in it, casually share our thoughts and opinions on various topics from episode to episode. Before we get started, a few disclaimers. Yeah, we're an adult podcast, but we're also we're an anime podcast, but we're also an adult podcast. So there's going to be swearing. We also talk about events from shows both new and old. So here's your spoiler warning ahead of time. Lastly, these are our own opinions, as I'm sure every single one of you has. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. DM us. Tell us your thoughts. We'll laugh at them later. We do like to hear from feedbacks from you guys. Anything you want to know or want to see in the show. So feel free to hit us up anytime on social media. You can look up the Anime Happy Hour podcast on Facebook. You can email us at animehappyhourpod
951
animehappyhour951@gmail.com. I'm already out of it.
This is him sober.
I know.
This is
That's
how you
probably
know.
why I am sober. Lastly, you can get links to everything we got going on our socials, anywhere you can listen to the podcast. Also links to our YouTube channel at anchor.fm/happyanimehour03. Before we get too deep into this, I want to make a few shout outs. I do give Jake shit all the time, but he's been putting a lot of hard work into our YouTube channel. So I wanted to make sure, he is our lead editor. So just want to give a round of applause to Jake here. He's been putting a lot of time in, making sure we get everything up on our YouTube channel, from our weekly shows to all of our reaction videos to everything we got going on. So
What a man.
John, it makes me feel awkward when you say nice things.
It's not normal.
no, maybe it's sober me talking, but
Yeah. Hey, this time it's well deserved. Jake
Yes.
does deserve it for doing all this work.
Mhm.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, for the love of God, can I finish the freaking guide?
Yeah. That's the next big question. When will that happen?
Well,
I
I set a date. I said in the Thunderous reaction that I was going to have it finished by when that came out, and I scheduled it for Wednesday. So
Oh boy.
I'll have to do it tomorrow.
I know we've had
Yeah.
a few people on YouTube commenting wanting to
Yeah.
see it. So also wanted to give a shout out. We've had a few people reach out to us on our Facebook. We love hearing, we get long messages and everything, so we like hearing from feedback and everything else. So that's cool. I'm glad we get messages here or there. Everybody can reach out to us. We read them all. Lastly, just thanks to everybody who's been commenting on YouTube, kind of helping out with the algorithm, giving us their thoughts and opinions. Richie's already got a fan, with that cute smile of his. So
Thank you.
Yeah, I searched Stray Kids Muddy Water reaction, and we were like the fifth video that popped up.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
everybody's doing their part, and I'm glad that we have a good fan base behind us. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
just wanted to do some shout outs before we got too deep into it. But with that, we'll slide right into our main show. As we do every single week, we talk about what we're drinking, kind of follow along the theme of happy hour here. Me personally, I had a very rough weekend, so I'm trying to recover tonight. So I'm just drinking good old Pepsi here, but I know the other two will make up the difference for me. So Richie,
After
what do we
this
got in the
week's
boot
movie,
tonight?
I'm gonna have to drink a lot just to talk about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
What do you guys think I got? Come on. We know what's going on. We know what time it
Miller.
is.
We got the high lifes,
Now we got the lights in
Oh.
in the boot.
the Miller Lights.
Yeah.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. Das Germany boot from Disney. I couldn't think of the word. I couldn't believe I forgot it. Oh, nice. Whoa.
Yeah, well, I did it twice.
So
See, this is
I
what
am-
happens, Richie. You need to switch it for me.
I am
I'm letting you do.
drinking Kona Big Wave also in a boot. Mine is from Oktoberfest in Florida, which was actually really lame, but I got a cool boot out of it. Anyways, I'm also drinking some soju.
Oh, I have that same bottle.
Yeah, I know. So they started selling the flavored ones this past week at my liquor store.
Oh, the flavored ones are legit.
I tried them. Oh my god, it's a game changer.
Amazing. Yeah,
I wanted to save them for this, but I drank them.
Yeah, you can't save them.
Also, I'm trying to get off beer. Only reason I'm drinking beer tonight is because I brought the boot to drink it with Richie. So I went out and bought like a bunch of like packs of different seltzers and stuff. And my favorite so far, John, is the ranch water.
Ranch water's legit.
Those are good.
I've had the original and the spicy, and the original is my favorite.
What was the other one I had? Was it the grapefruit or something? Yeah,
there's grapefruit and pear. I haven't tried those yet.
The grapefruit's good. That's the one I drink a lot.
There's also Dos Equis came out with a ranch water. That's lime flavored, and it's pretty good, but it's not as good as the original, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've been dipping into the seltzers lately. That's my go-to. Stick with the calories,
That's fair.
I also tried the High Noons.
High Noons are legit.
High Noons are pretty good. I like ranch water better. I haven't drunk them yet, but I got the Mountain Dew, like hard Mountain Dew.
Those aren't a thing up near us yet.
Oh, really? I didn't know they had
only like 4 or 5 states.
I was at Publix and I saw them on a shelf and I was like, oh.
I heard good and bad things.
Give it a shot. I'm not expecting much from it. I just got it because I love Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I feel you. But yeah, they're only in like 4 or 5 states. Yeah, haven't made it up this way yet.
Yeah, I've seen commercials.
I should have grabbed them when I was in Nashville. They like released the week I was in Nashville, and like 4 people hit me up like, you should just grab some and bring them back.
Tell you what, I'll mail some to you guys. I mean, the South is better than the North. We already know that.
Yeah, I'm working my way back down. Don't worry, Jake. I'll be there. I'll be there soon.
Well, it's a big place, so
I'll
probably have to travel the same amount of distance to come.
8 hours is better than 30.
Yeah,
it's true.
But all right. I got the slide this time.
Don't worry.
All right, so I know
Gintama in the back.
Yeah. So I know we've all been kind of a little lackluster this last week. Kind of had a lot going on and being crazy, so we probably don't have too much to talk about here in our weekly watches. The first one I do want to hit real quick because it is the most recent one I watched, like right before this. But Jake, did you watch the new One Piece?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
you can talk about it.
Yeah, I know it's good. I mean, first of all, we all know like Zoro's just like the G. Also, I hate to be that guy, but when I tell you, I timed it. 3 minutes and 4 seconds of just straight Luffy doing Gatling. Like it literally was just like I literally hit a timer. Like his like Gatling attack type thing. Yeah. Just constantly him screaming for 3 minutes.
So
punching Kaido.
Here's 2 things I have to say about that. 1, I could watch Luffy screaming and doing the Gatling for like 20 hours.
You're
straight.
You're that deep.
3 minutes is a long time. We grew up on Dragon Ball Z, guy.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like, my second gripe was like,
he's fighting an emperor of the sea. He's got to do it, guy.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's
he was
gonna take
also
him a
knocked
while.
out, but dude, Kaido was like knocked out on the ground.
Kaido's never knocked out.
Well, his eyes rolled back into his head and he was passed out. So yeah, he was knocked out for the moment.
It's Kaido, guy. He wasn't knocked out. He was just sitting there with his eyes in the back of his head, minding his own business.
You know,
he was looking at his brain.
We should talk a little bit
I don't think you understand how fucking powerful this guy is.
No, I do. I'm just saying. Zoro just got to pop in there and make some sushi at that point instead of sitting there talking.
Dude, Zoro's fire.
I know, but I'm not going to get too deep into the episode.
Speaking of One Piece, I saw this thing on Instagram from one of the anime accounts I follow, and it was people like Photoshop or putting Anya.
Anya.
Yeah, Anya, yeah.
Random
It's in the
manga
news.
scenes.
Yeah, what's in the news? Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
In that case, I will stop talking about it now.
Reconvene shortly.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you know, did you see anybody watch the new Netflix Vampire in the Garden?
I didn't know that was out, but I'm definitely going to watch it.
I saw. So here's my thing.
Oh
yes.
I'm up in the air. I only watched the first episode and a half. That's all I had time for. But
this is the show we were talking about a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes.
It's one of them. There's a few vampire ones we talked about. This one, like I said, I'm kind of up in the air about it. It hasn't done anything like spectacular for me yet.
Yeah.
Like it was a slow start, and there hasn't just like been anything that's like really grasped me enough to care.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of the characters just feel like hollow.
That's how I feel about Shikamori right now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep it up. I think it's only like 10 episodes or 8 episodes. It's not too long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll finish it, especially because it's on Netflix and all got released at once.
Yeah.
Another one was, I don't know. Have you guys ever watched B, The Beginning? I think I talked about it a while back.
Way before we ever started the podcast, you recommended it to me, and I've had it on my queue ever since, just never actually started it.
So I never saw that a season 2 was dropping, but they did drop a season 2.
Yeah.
And kind of continued the story with specific characters that weren't playing a part in the first season. So I started that a bit, but that's such a good show. I think some of the fight animations that are like some of my favorites by far.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
They just do like, there's like one where like it's just like a bunch of those little candles. It's like a festival, like the little candles you can get, light up ones, little circular ones.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a ton of those in the water. And like, it's just a completely dark background. And then it's them fighting like on top of the water, like with all those candles, like the way the waves are moving and everything else. Like, it's just like a really cool scene. Plus it's like a murder mystery type thing, which you like, Jake. So it's more of a psychological, but it has really good fight scenes.
Big fan of murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Aren't we all? Other than that, I don't think I've watched too much. I don't know what you guys want to talk about.
Jake, I'll let you lead this. This is all you, buddy.
So I got 3 shows as well. First, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Fire. Absolutely. Return of the Queen, best part of the entire episode. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Every time she shows up, I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm just super excited. I really like the ending. There's finally something serious happening.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't get me wrong. I loved how not serious it was, but I'm excited for something serious to happen.
And it's like a unique situation. I feel like I did not expect that to play out.
Yeah, and just the fact of him being there is hindering the growth of the protagonist.
It's crazy. It's something I never thought about.
I was thinking about all the level-headed ways he could handle that situation, like a normal person. But then again, that shit never happens.
No, they're never going to react normally.
And I was thinking maybe if he handled it like I wanted him to, like just being like, that's not how it is or whatever, like something would happen or she wouldn't believe him or something and she would turn into a villain. I don't want to see that happen.
No, she can't become the villain.
She's too nice of a character.
Yeah. It's terrible to see her going through it. Especially it's been really tough for her this past episode and a half, 2 episodes.
Yeah. And then that one bitch, what is it? Stephanie?
Yes.
Her last name.
The worst.
Leon needs to just literally kick her in the face.
Yeah, I think it'd be completely reasonable.
Re-break that nose.
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Yeah.
Spy Family.
Fire.
I didn't watch the most recent one.
Jesus Christ, John.
Yeah, like I said, I barely had time for anything, but
it was a good episode. Not much happened and a lot happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it was just cool. We followed Anya the whole episode, and it was fun. And she was spitting mad game, dude.
He was wild, dude. Oh my god, what an episode!
Yeah. Last one is Awashi.
You're keeping up with that, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, I love that show.
Glad I put you on.
Yeah, you put me on,
and then I stopped watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really good episode. You know, they're battling to get put on the A team, and we're kind of seeing from now. It's always been like, God, I just forgot his name. It's always been like the main character has been like able to overcome every circumstance, but now he's kind of facing, you know, there is a fundamental flaw in the way he plays soccer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we got to see how he overcomes it, because right now it's looking bleak.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay. I only watched 2 additional shows. I think from that, I watched Love After World Domination.
I saw a picture of that.
That was really good. I think it was a very good episode. You got to know Green Gelato, which is really cool. They introducing all the characters and getting to know them all. And it's like a new side of Decimi, I think. So it's pretty cool. So the ending also left it open for like the next episode to be really cool.
Yeah. I think that show's doing the right thing. It's not a great show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like not a show that you like dislike, like hate either. Like,
yeah.
It's
like
an
interesting take on the relationship. It's not doing what Shikamori's doing.
Yeah.
No.
Now, don't get me wrong. Shikamori's not just a cutie. She's really cool. But the show itself has gone absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, it's not good anymore.
Yeah, use mom too.
Yeah. Star that.
We need to, for your birthday next year, I'm gonna get you a life-size cutout.
Bet. It will go right
pillow.
back there. Right back there. What else, Richie? You got one more?
I did watch Shield Hero. I'm keeping up with it. I've committed. This episode was kind of they introduced a new character,
a hunter.
Yes, a new cardinal hero. The 4th one from their world. Kind of BS what they did to her, and kind of BS
from their world.
Yeah, it's Lark, Glass, whatever the gem chick is in this person.
What about the guy with the book?
There's a 5th, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the guy with the book is one of the cardinal heroes too.
Or is the
like villain?
Is the gem woman actually a cardinal hero?
I'm not
I don't know
sure
if that's been confirmed or denied yet.
Well, if not, then that would make sense. Then there would be the 4.
I thought there were 7 cardinal heroes, or was that some other place in the same world?
Oh, I think that was somewhere
I talked about in the beginning of the show.
Maybe there are 7. I don't remember that.
I can't. Yeah.
But
I haven't watched the first season in so long either.
No, the first part of the second season.
Oh, man, maybe there is.
I think I'm thinking of something different, because one of the generals said it in a meeting about like the heroes from their force, the 7 heroes from their forces are coming. And that wouldn't make sense because the cardinal heroes are from a different world.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I am kind of excited. Not really for the next episode. I'm kind of just want to see where they go, because, like I said, this episode was way too fast paced. They tried doing too much with it, and it just continued to be
disappointing, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just don't think it holds enough like emotional standing as like the first season did. You know,
not at all.
I think it played with your emotions in a lot of different ways in the first season, and I think it just living up to that is just going to be 10 times harder, especially the way that.
Yeah, well, it's
first season.
It's the characters seem stale now. Yeah. Sorry about that, Richie.
No, you're good.
The characters seem stale now, and the animation isn't as good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just the overall plot is not as interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not exactly anime. Jeez. I don't know if either of you have watched Love, Death, Robots.
Nope.
I watched the first season.
Second season sucked. Don't even bother with the second season. But they did release the 3rd season yesterday or today.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching that. I like those because they're short, like real short. Most of them are like, I mean, there's the occasional one that's like 30 minutes, but like for the most part, they're all like 4 or 5 minutes. little short stories, but they're all animated and stuff, which is kind of cool. And they're like really trippy and stuff.
Different styles and all that.
Yeah, it's just like every episode's like a different like set of artists and like different studios, and they have like their own little short stories to tell.
My favorite,
they're all anime.
My favorite's the Werewolf Soldier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Those. Do you like the one that's in this new season?
Yeah.
It's like a war one, but like a different take on it, and like about secret government facilities, and they like turned a bear into like a giant like mech type thing.
Oh,
and he was like talking.
You can't get away from mech, dude.
No. It's like mostly bear, but like he's got like a mechanical jaw and like claws. Like it's funny and it's gory. It's cool.
Yeah.
And there's just like a guy with a limp and a fucking missing eye, just like popping out of nowhere. It's pretty comedic, but at the same time like gory and serious in the same way. And they did bring back the you remember the robots, the 3 robots in the beginning one?
Mm-hmm.
They brought back they brought back those 3 in like another short story for this one.
Interesting.
But it's cool. It's like I said, they're nice, easy watches, quick watches. So other than that, I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Oh, Jake, you'll actually appreciate I appreciate it's the complete opposite, actually. So fucking Sabrina watched like the trailer for One Piece on Netflix, like the original trailer.
Yeah.
Because that's just what they show. First of all, Netflix chooses like the worst scenes out of like every single show.
Netflix has the worst trailers.
The worst trailers. Yeah. Like it gives you like like not even any information at all.
Dude, I can't tell you how many shows I haven't watched because of little preview Netflix shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, she goes, why does this remind me of Johnny Bravo?
What?
I didn't even know where the fuck that came from, but you know,
listen,
that's wild.
I said, oh, I'm bringing this to the show 100%.
Listen, I'm sure, and Sabrina, if I'm wrong, don't correct me. I'm sure that she meant that as a compliment because Johnny Bravo is awesome.
Yeah. I'll make sure she leaves that one open for you. Open for interpretation because I'm willing to bet it's not that.
No, I get it. We're living in 2022. The trailer or whatever for the beginning of One Piece probably doesn't look that appealing to people who have no idea. But once you get into it,
they did the worst one for like Naruto too.
Yeah.
And like a lot of like the original anime, like old anime shows.
They're always bad.
Because like I think at one point I like told her to like check something out or whatever. Like we were scrolling one night and like we like stopped. She like stops periodically on like stuff I've watched on her Netflix account or like stuff that she knows I've watched. And like I'm like, oh, I guess it's a wicked good show. And then it shows like the dumbest fucking scene. And I'm like, well, that didn't help my case at all. Like,
yeah.
I did that to my mom. I was trying to get her to watch some Korean TV shows, which one of them, Itaewon Class, I just watched. I didn't watch that for a full year because of the little clip snippet it showed on Netflix. But I finally watched it, and I was showing her the trailer for it to try and get her to watch it. And like the trailer is different than that little snippet. So I showed her the trailer, and it was the same. Like it wasn't the same thing, but it was the same type of shit. You know what I mean?
Stupid shit. Yeah.
And then she looks at me like, that looks stupid. I'm like, but it's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, Netflix, you really ain't helping our case at all.
Exactly.
Whoever is like in that department of like choosing what clips, like you should get fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a terrible job.
Absolutely. I will gladly take that job.
Yep. I will 100% take that job. All right. With that, I'm done.
Oh, it's time to get into the news, man. And you know, another thing before we get into the news, another week we can't talk about Tomodachi Games. Just blame it on John. That's all I'm saying.
So I didn't watch this week either.
But not even this week, but like we still can't talk. We still haven't talked about it.
Yeah.
I think I'm caught up to 6.
Okay.
I don't know what else. They had 7 or 8 this week.
I think it was
8. If you have nothing to say about it, you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. We will get into the news then. First thing on the news, Malevolent Spirits Monogatari Anime releases its first promotional video. I haven't checked it out, but from this like illustration looks pretty cool. Looks interesting.
Looks
at least.
Chinese.
Yeah. I've seen clips. The action seems pretty cool. Like
It is
seems
Chinese.
fluid. Yeah. Yeah.
Why didn't we mention that?
I don't know. I didn't know. I
I
didn't
got
hear
a
too much on
fucking
it.
play detective here.
I didn't know
that's
too
my
much on
bad.
it. Like I said, it just got a video. I saw like clips here or there. I didn't get too much information on it, but maybe we'll react to the. I'll add that to the list for trailer reactions.
So my thing with Chinese anime, it's called like Doshu or I don't know, something like that. My issue is all of them have great animation.
Yeah.
But like 20% of them have really good stories.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, this is an adaptation, so if it,
Yeah.
I guess it got enough of a following to validate getting animated. So
You'd hope
we got a Chinese show coming up on the list in a couple weeks.
Oh, that is true.
Which one?
King's Avatar.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Season 1.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, maybe we'll add the trailer to the list of stuff we're going to take care of later this week.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting. We'll have to keep an eye out for what comes about it. Next up in the news, the One Piece Sunny will come to life in the new live action anime film. Pretty cool.
This is the preview that they gave, though. Tell me that isn't nightmare fuel.
That's not a good one.
That looks like they took a Chopper like doll and
Mhm.
just painted it yellow and gave it like Sunny hair.
It looks like
Richie
it should be
doesn't
like
even know the
Teletubbies.
Sunny.
The Sunny I have not gotten to.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I'd love to see it done right. I remember in the most recent One Piece game, you could go on the Sunny. I didn't play it enough of it to know if you could actually sail it, but like you could go on the Sunny, but you couldn't go into any of the like doors. You couldn't sail it. It's like it was cool to be on the Sunny, but like I want to explore the ship.
I feel like they're gonna do like a CGI 3D type crap. Like
I hope not.
100%. I got money on them having a ship, so they're gonna be on the ship in the show in the live action, and then like the head is just gonna start talking or something stupid. Like,
well, never mind.
All I'm saying, Jake, is
it will look
enough.
stupid. It will look stupid.
Yeah.
But anyone who's seen enough of One Piece knows that Mary talking is not stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. You can validate what you want, but we all know how live actions.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want for the Sunny. They could fuck up the entire show, but this is like the highest budget Netflix show that they've been making. Build the real fucking 1000 Sunny.
They probably are.
Don't do CGI shit on the head or anything. Build it. You could fuck up the entire show and I'll still watch it to see that.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't hold my breath in live actions anymore.
Neither do I, but this is obviously I
think it's crazy
that I care about a lot.
YouTubers can make a better live action on like no budget than these $1 billion companies can.
It's absolutely absurd.
I mean, I've talked about it before. I went to film school for a long time. We could make a live action ourselves if you want.
I mean, I'm game.
It'd be interesting. I'd be all for it. I have to keep an eye out then.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah. But moving on. Next up on the news, Rick and Morty the anime has been announced. It's getting a 10-episode series and will be directed by Takashi Sano, who directed Tower of God. Yeah, pretty cool. So, that's probably a good choice.
Here's what I have to say.
Oh yeah,
Rick and Morty the anime. All right, love the idea. Takashi Sano, director of Tower of God, directing it. Has he finished season 2 of Tower of God?
Dude, come on. It's already done. It's on
it better already be done.
It's on a thumb drive,
Yeah.
sitting in someone's basement, waiting for them to just boop upload.
That shit better be on Crunchyroll next week. I'm getting real tired of waiting.
Yeah.
You have to wait a while longer. Is my guess.
I don't know whether this is canon or if it's supposedly just a spinoff. So I don't really know what it's
I would
based
imagine
on.
it's
But
not canon. It's gonna have Japanese voice actors and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how like they're all over the place when it comes to.
Maybe this is one of the parallel universes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
A different
like,
Rick and a different Morty.
They go like so on a tangent. I mean, like there's so many theories and like deep dives into this show that are like so crazy. Like that the originals died like in like season 1. Like, and you just been watching different, and they make cues to that. So it'd be interesting to see how they play off of like their usual.
The thing I'm wondering is because like American animation is much different. Like just content and the way they tell stories is much different than anime. Yes. I'm wondering if they'll be able to, transfer that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if like they're working like with like Dan Harmon and like those guys in like a script sense too, Like I don't know how independent it is. Like
if like some people they're just taking over and letting them run with the story and everything.
I would hope
their own
they're
take.
gonna work together.
Yeah, I'd hope so. But at the same time, I think it'd be kind of cool too, like somebody else's perspective. Like they got the okay from like the creators to like take their own spin on how they would picture it in a different, because you can base it on a different Rick and Morty from a different universe.
Yeah.
Like,
anything
what's happening somewhere else,
I just hope it retains the spirit of Rick and Morty.
Yes. Like the comedic aspect as well as the,
just the really wild shit that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they're going to try to keep that.
I mean, we talked about it a little bit a while back, Jake.
And the Rick voice actor's got to be drunk the whole time.
You got to get the burps in there.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this a little while, Jake, a while back when the last season came out, most recent season came out. Like, you can definitely tell that they're big fans of like anime. There's a ton of anime references in the last season, like a ton. They had a whole episode with like just Samurai Jack, pretty much.
God, what a great show!
They had a Power Rangers episode. Like,
it's a lot of throwbacks.
It wasn't a Power Rangers episode. It was a Gelato 5 episode.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. With the Ferret 5 or whatever they were. But no, I mean, I'm interested. Is it coming up? I forgot to check what.
I think it was just like confirmed to be like in production. It's not like any like there's no hard dates on it yet, to the best of my knowledge, from what at least I was seeing.
Well, I'm interested. We'll definitely keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
We're big fans of Rick and Morty, so anything Rick and Morty we're locked in on. So
exactly. Moving on with the news. My recently hired maid is suspicious released a teaser image. I think we'll be fans of this one.
Yeah.
At least from this image. We'll be a fan of this image.
I'm hoping they're not in a relationship, because that's 2 shows coming out with grown women and children.
Hey, maybe it's just that season.
Both of the women have purple hair too.
Yeah. Same haircut and everything.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what she's suspicious about. I'm curious.
Yeah, they did release a trailer. We might. I mean, who knows? Right. We have to check to see if our other one gets taken down first.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll know after that trailer video goes up. But
oh my God,
make sure to tune in. We've
covered a lot. Post it earlier than planned, just to see before we record next time.
Exactly.
See what we can or can't get away with on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let's just say the last recording was very 18 and above.
Risque, as they call it.
Yeah. Which we have an 18 and above channel.
Yeah, so you think it would be okay.
We give our stamp in the beginning. We're an adult podcast and an adult show, so.
And the channel's marked 18 plus, I'm pretty sure.
Tread lightly.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't. Yeah.
If you try to get on our channel, it'll have the verify age deal.
Oh yeah.
With the captcha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
I hate those.
I haven't.
It's like pick out all things with like streetlights in it.
Oh yeah.
Pick out all boats.
Yeah. The tiny corner.
Or the ones that's like mark all the cars. And there's cars, there's trucks, there's buses.
Yeah.
It's like
do those all count?
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be added to the list. So
we'll definitely got to do some further investigation.
Yes, 100%
is worth our show.
I think it's coming out in the summer too, summer season. So it should be pretty soon.
All right. We'll definitely keep an eye out then. Moving on, Fire Force season 3 has been confirmed. He's also getting a mobile game release alongside the new season. I can't wait. I feel
like every anime and their mother is getting a video game or like an app release.
Well, you make a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of people get like addicted to that shit and just will pay tons of.
They're all the same, but yeah, I get you.
Like the gacha games or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
I think that's what.
But I'm excited for this. We're big fans of Fire Force, so we're finally getting the last of the manga finish, right?
Yeah, the manga just finished.
So is the third season gonna be the last one, or are they gonna? I'm
it
assuming
depends on how much they want to adapt.
Yeah, it depends. It depends if they knew what was going to happen beforehand, right?
Ooh, that's true.
There's not enough time to make the ending if they just found out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
Unless they're doing an anime only ending, which I hope they aren't.
They probably won't. I feel like
they'll probably follow along. I don't know where like the anime is or like where this is going to be in relation to like how much they're going to have left after this season compared to the manga.
Have they already gone to like a different continent in the anime?
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
All right. So that's where I stopped in the manga. So I don't know what happens after that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was that
was the most recent season.
It was like midway through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on. I'll watch it for sure,
we're big
no
fans
matter what
of
happens. Yeah. Moving on, Sung Hoo Park, the Jujutsu Kaisen director, is currently working on a new Toonami original anime series called Ninja Camoy. I didn't read further into this. This looked pretty interesting. This is like there is a game ninja one.
Yeah, there's also a video game that's been out for a while. Ninja Camoy is a video game as well.
The artwork looks dope.
Yeah, yes. I'm curious if they're gonna like follow along with the black and white theme. Like it'd be cool because like you can just make blood pop in a completely different way in something like this.
It'd be a lot more of a drastic like contrast. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, and it's Toonami too, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even think Toonami was still popping like that, but.
So in today's day and age, I don't pay for cable anymore. So I'm hoping they're gonna release it on like Crunchyroll as well.
Yeah, well, Toonami and Crunchyroll have a mutual agreement, or Toonami, Crunchyroll, and Cartoon Network have like a mutual agreement at this point because they did the Pirate Princess.
Xena. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was a Toonami, Crunchyroll, and Cartoon Network original too.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that the Jujutsu Kaisen director was Korean.
Neither did I.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely get some vibes from it though, like the artwork and.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I never looked into it, and I just saw his name. I didn't realize he was Korean.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
This looks cool. I'm excited for this. So.
Yeah.
We have so many releases coming out. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty of stuff. Yeah, that'll be coming out. Speaking of things coming out, it has been confirmed that Chainsaw Man will be streaming on Crunchyroll later this year. What a surprise!
Who gives a fuck? When is it coming out?
It's the fall, dude.
Move it forward.
It's fall or winter. It's either going to be fall or winter.
It's coming out later this year. Okay, you've already announced that 3 times this year.
Yeah.
Well, now they're confirming it's going to be premiering on Crunchyroll.
Ooh.
That's what they're saying. It's going to be.
They didn't expect it to be anywhere else.
It's true.
High Dive, baby.
High Dive.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine you waited this long and it premieres on High Dive?
Well, I still have an account because I can't fucking delete it.
Yeah, that's true. It is really hard to get rid of an account.
It's impossible. I've tried everything.
I think I did it, but it took me a month and a half.
Cancel your
Really?
card.
Yeah.
I've gotten rid of my card on there. But it's like every time I get on my computer, it's like your high dive account password has been,
No, I'm just saying that could just change your card completely. Just a new bank card, credit card.
Report yours stolen.
Yeah.
Boom. It's problem solved.
Yeah, say high dive's been jacking me out of my money for the last 7 months.
The thing is, I did change my card. And this is way off topic, but it really pissed me off. Because I have I had a lot of subscriptions and stuff. I didn't know exactly what I was subscribed to.
Oh, yeah.
So I changed my card so that would just quit all of them and I could start fresh. But everything automatically changed to my new card. I had my new number and everything. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
How?
That's your Google settings, man. That
has to be your settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be your phone settings or computer settings or whatever.
Whatever you've put in that first.
Because every time I get a new card, I have to change everything.
Yeah, it was already changed for me. I got a new card. I get the bank statement, and I've been paying for it. And I'm like,
you must have updated it on one thing, and then had it set to where it just updated your card
automatically
on everything. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Technology, man.
It's crazy. This world's a crazy place. Moving on to some more important news, in my opinion, than this recent piece. Information on a new Konosuba project is set to be revealed May 28th. I'm a big fan of the show. I really like it, so I'm all for it.
It's probably going to be a movie or an OVA.
Konosuba.
Yeah, because they already have the one movie, I think.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a movie or an OVA. Yeah. Or else they would have said something about a season. But
yeah. That's for sure.
Hold on. I thought I read that season 2 was coming out. Or no. More info. Yeah.
More info. We'll find out in a few days. So we'll definitely, keep you guys updated.
Next week's episode, we'll know more.
Yeah. I need to watch Konosuba.
It's amazing. I really like.
I've seen a ton of clips.
I watched like the first 13 episodes, or I don't know. I watched the first half of the show, and just stopped because Aqua was really annoying.
That's fair. She's the worst part.
I like Darkness.
Yeah, Darkness.
I think Darkness is a hilarious character.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good take on a masochist.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's important. We'll definitely, keep you guys updated. Moving on, Jujutsu Kaisen revealed a new visual for episode 9 of season 1, Small Fry and Retribution. Japan is currently rebroadcasting season 1, and confirmation date for season 2, for those of you who don't know, is in 2023. So
yeah, pretty much they just released this new visual to kind of re-hype up the fact that they're re-premiering it in Japan, the whole first season. So
I need to pick
this is for episode 9
manga. I read all the way till the beginning of the Shinjuku arc, and you guys don't know what that is, but I'm assuming some of our listeners do. I read all the way to just about the beginning of the Shinjuku arc, and stopped because I stopped reading manga for a while and just never picked it back up. But I need to, because I know I've read some shit that's going down. And
my buddy is in the process of watching it, the whole first season.
Yeah.
I went over his house last weekend or whatever, and he just had it playing on his TV, and he's like, yeah, I gotta come out of the podcast and we'll just talk about it. And I'm like, anytime, bro.
Yeah.
I said I'll make it the show of the week or something, first season, whatever you want to talk. He's a big One Piece about that. He's a big One Piece fan too. So
here's what we'll do. We won't make it the show of the week because we've all seen it. We'll make something else that we want him to see, the show of the week, and then we'll cut off a section where we just talk about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a handful of shows that I've put on the list for him to watch that he's kind of picked up on. So this being one of them, because I talk highly of this Spy Family. But
has he seen Tokyo Ghoul?
Yes.
All right.
Good.
About to say that. I mean, that's a close one, in tone to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Like I said, he's a big One Piece fan, but he's very much. He'll only watch it in dub. So
he can replace you on the podcast. For all I care.
That's all. He just needs some yes men.
Yeah,
I
real.
need people to agree with me.
Yeah. Spoken like a true One Piece fan.
Yeah, exactly.
You can dig on us all you want, but I mean, it doesn't change the fact that we have the best anime of all time.
Dude, I don't know. I saw a ton of people talking about the Bleach art animation style being like on par, if not better, than Demon Slayer for the new season.
Oh, for the new season. I'm about to say
no, new season. I would never say that, but like the new season.
I mean, if the new season's art is that good, I'm all for it. I have nothing against that, but it's not going to change the fact that One Piece is the greatest story ever told.
Like I said, it's a cult. I
never
joined it.
It's not a cult.
It's a cult.
A cult is when you're following something that's made up, right? When someone is leading you astray, you're in a cult.
Hey guys,
if you're following the truth,
yeah, okay,
it's just the truth.
Yep. Even if that truth is based on a made up thing.
Yeah. Let me know when you find the One Piece there, Jake.
I mean, it'll be a while, but I'm in for the journey. It's not about the One Piece. It's about
he'll die before the fucking show ends.
It's about the journey to One Piece. Well, then my son will know how it ends.
Yeah. Your family shall know. And that is all that matters.
We're going to pass it down through the generations, John.
Yeah, it's going to be that long.
We'll start them young.
All right. Boys, we've gotten sidetracked enough. We've had this discussion before. We can move on with the news. Danmachi, Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 4 confirmed to premiere on July 22nd.
Big fan.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah. I don't know. While I'm excited a new season's coming out, season 1 of Danmachi will
always be the go.
Unbelievably great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Much better than my expectations. Season 2 was all right. Season 3, I watched the first 2 episodes and was like, this fell off.
Movie got awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the movie, thank God.
So I'm kind of iffy. Like, if I'm gonna watch this, I gotta go back and watch season 3. But it's like nothing will ever compare to the first season for me.
No, I
There's
think
a
that's
lot of
also
shows like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that first interaction with a show like this is like, it's always going to be the best. You're never going to be able to. They're never going to be able to recreate that feeling when you first turn on a show and get introduced to everyone.
Yeah, they put too much heavy hitting emotional feelings into the first season, and then you kind of get that hope that you'll hit that peak again, and you just never do.
Yeah, Shield Hero scenario.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, a lot of shows are like that,
I think season 2 of Danmachi is better than what we've seen of season 2 of Shield Hero.
Oh yeah,
I completely agree.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. So I'm sure I'll talk about it when we talk in the summer. We've kind of touched on this earlier, but fans are editing Anya into random manga panels, and it's amazing. These are like, this is some of the best stuff.
Dude, if the show wasn't coming out, I would try to get you guys to read the manga. Chainsaw Man is so dope.
Yeah.
That's I'm so excited, and it's never gonna come out.
Or they're only gonna ever come out with like one season, and that'll be it. We'll never get anything else.
Yeah, just like something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, these are if you aren't watching the video version of the podcast, then watch the video version of the podcast. We just have there's just a lot of clips of Anya in dark themed anime.
Yeah,
the ones we're looking at are Chainsaw Man, Attack on Titan, and a school with Zoro in it.
Yeah,
because he's lost.
Yeah, classic.
Decided the anti-Titan weapon.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
putting her on the front lines, wild.
Hey, she can do anything, man.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Moving on in the news, the 2022 Will Eisner Comic Award manga nominees have been announced. Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Robo Sapiens, Kaiju number 8, Love Sickness, Zom 100, and Cruella. I know a couple of these. I know, but some of them I've never heard of before. But
I
I'm
like
sure
it
they're
a
all
few
great.
of them.
I'm making a note to read Kaiju number 8 because I
did
always
confirm
plan
them.
to start it, and I
Mhm.
always see artwork from it or something from it, and it looks so sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did confirm they're doing an anime adaptation of that too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like confirm, or
Yeah,
no?
it was one of our
Yeah, I
news
believe
posts a while
so.
back.
I remember.
confirmed.
I think we talked about this at one point.
Because those like 4 or 5 that got confirmed that were like some of the big like webtoon comics that they needed to.
I mean, Kaiju number 8's a manga.
One of those webtoons and manga.
There's like the list of like there's always a list of like the top 10 people want to see like manga want to see adapted.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was on there.
This is a dope picture.
Yeah.
Dude, I look up the picture for Zom 100.
Za 100?
Zom, like zombie.
Oh, ZOM?
Yeah. Dude, yes. I thought this looked sick. Like to the point where I added it to the queue because I want to read it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's like 100 things as the undead or he wants to do now that he's dead or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's like on a motorcycle. It just looks like a baller like show.
Yeah.
Manga.
That'll be interesting.
And then you have the Disney one, Cruella. That's done by Disney. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna put that type of stuff on there.
I mean, I never watched the Cruella movie with Emma Stone, but
no.
101 Dalmatians was dope when I was 4 years old.
Yep.
But
yeah, I heard it was pretty dark, like crazily dark.
Yeah, I don't really care about the villain now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just not for us.
Did we ever hear anything on that? We talked about it a while back. Was that that Disney anime that was like going to be like this school full of villains?
I have not seen anything on it since.
I haven't seen anything on it since, but
neither have I.
It's a shame. They actually kind of looked good. All right, Richie.
Moving on. 2 romance movies that take place in parallel worlds are getting released on the same day. The first one is To All of You That I Loved, and the other one is To the Only Me Who Loved You. They're both based on a light novel by the same author. The twist, though, is that the ending will change depending on the order you watch the 2 films.
This doesn't make any sense, but sounds awesome.
This has me so excited. Like, I don't know why, but like I saw this release and I saw like
this premise. Yeah, I'm like,
and this interests me so much.
It's gonna be super cool. I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Well, after
are these like 2 different couples? Or are they the same?
It's the same couple in a parallel. They're parallel worlds. The one on the right's one world, the one on the left is the other.
Oh, so, I get it. So they both have different endings.
Yeah, and the way you play them, like
the way you play them in order.
So
like
we're gonna have to
watch them in. It changes the. Yeah,
we're gonna have to. One of us has got to watch, or 1 or 2 of us has got to watch it one way, and the last one's got to watch.
We might have to get Kirk in for this one, and then we'll have 2 and 2. You know.
Yeah,
that'd be a good idea. 2 of us
will watch it in one order, and the other 2 will watch it in the other.
Mm-hmm.
And we could put them both as like our same movie for the same week or whatever, and just kind of touch upon it all. You know.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
And this is
10/7. So
the fall,
or is that 7/10? They
do
do dates backwards in Japan.
Ooh, that's true. So it's probably 7/10 then.
So July 10th.
Yeah.
Or
continue.
Either July 10th or October 7th. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I'm like you said, I really wanted to check this out as soon as I saw this on my Twitter. I'm glad you added it to the news, but
yeah, I saw it and I was hyped. So
I have never even heard of this, but that's a really cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a former aspiring filmmaker. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. I hope
whoever
really
came up with that needs a raise.
Yeah. Moving on to the news. This is one pretty funny piece of news. A Naruto fan has officially named his son Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, and his plans to name his second son Sasuke Uchiha.
Love it.
You gotta love it, man. We love.
I've had lingering thoughts of naming my children after anime characters.
It's fair.
The K9 sitting next to me, his name is Arya after Arya Stark. So,
hey, it's a good name, good character as well. So I can't blame you on that.
I mean, I would obviously go for something. I would either do something from One Piece or Berserk.
Yeah.
But
It's always
I like how he
convincing the
fully
significant
committed.
other. It's never us.
Yeah, exactly. I like how he fully committed and went with the like full name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both last names and everything.
Yeah. Also October 7th.
October 7th. Okay.
Yep. So this fall.
Damn.
Yeah, so we got a while. Well, yeah.
I mean, it'll pass like nothing, but as of right now, damn.
Damn.
I don't know. The time's kind of dragging because we all want fall season to come up real quick.
It's true. We'll
Fall
get there
season's gonna
though.
be wild.
I mean,
One
it's not
episode
really
at a time.
dragging for me because I'm really enjoying the spring. Like since we started this podcast, this spring season has been the best by far.
Yeah,
for sure.
I realize how quickly I fall behind though. Like it's like you have like 1 week off and everything falls apart.
If you have a couple days off, you got like hours of shit to watch.
Yeah.
Especially for us because we're all watching a shit ton of shows this season. So it's just like,
it was one thing in the winter when we like fell off because we didn't like 90% of the shows, but we like them, so we want to watch as much as we can.
Yeah, exactly. when I was planning to watch everything before my Wi-Fi situation happened, I was explaining to my dad how much shit I gotta watch, and I was like, it's the first time I really put it together. It's like I got 10 different shows I gotta catch up on.
Yeah, and it's like 2 or 3 episodes for me a piece. Yeah, so
it's absurd.
It's like a full 2 seasons of a show.
Yeah.
But
John, get to it, John.
That's the end of the news.
Oh, I was getting lazy. All right. We kind of hinted on it here a little bit.
Jesus, can we just skip this topic?
Yeah.
We got to talk about it, Jake.
I think, all right, before we get too deep into this and off topic a little bit, we are returning for yet another week of Top Tier Steer Clear. We're back with movies as of this week. It was a show choice of mine. If you haven't heard of Top Tier Steer Clear or tuned into any previous episodes, we take a movie or a show each week from one of us, and we rate it in 3 different categories: the plot, the characters, and the art and animation. Then we compare them to shows that we've covered over previous weeks, shows or movies we've covered over previous weeks. And this week, the movie is called 5 Centimeters Per Second. Originally aired in 2007 and only having an hour and 3-minute runtime. So relatively short movie. Quick synopsis for you guys before we get too deep into it. What happens when 2 people love each other but just aren't meant to be together? Takaki Tono and Akari Shinohara are childhood friends, but circumstances beyond their control tear them apart. They promise to stay in contact, and although the progression of time widens the distance between them, the chain of memories remains ever present. Byaku, oh my God, I'm terrible.
You got this.
Byosoku, 5 Centimeter, is a romantic drama that focuses on the mundane and harsh reality of long-distance relationships. Stuck in the past and unable to make any new memories, Takaki and Akari cling to the hope of seeing each other again. They live their everyday lives half-heartedly, both hurting themselves and the people around them. All right. As we always do, we're starting out with the plot. All right. I don't know.
John, you're up first.
This hit hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've done long distance relationships. I'm currently in a long distance relationship, but so I've seen a lot of videos posting about this. I've seen it recirculating online for whatever reason lately. A lot of people have been rewatching this, so it's kind of recirculated. And it caught my attention. Since we started this podcast, I've kind of dove deeper into more realistic, full-hearted type shows and movies, thanks to Richie. With that came a lot of emotional damage in a lot of aspects. I think this tackles a lot of the emotional aspects that the world throws at everybody perfectly. it kind of starts on it's 3 sections, right? I'm pretty sure they split it into 3.
Yeah.
The first section covers like them growing up in their original splitting of the distance, and them kind of going their separate ways because of family and other circumstances.
Yeah, when they're like 10 years old.
10 years
Yeah,
old.
like
elementary, or right before they're going.
Elementary, and then like
it do middle, and then it does middle school, then it does high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they move a second time in middle school. Before I get too deep, I want to say 8, 9, as far as me concerned as the plot. Like I said, through a lot of circumstances, this young couple, they tried their wholeheartedness. It's interesting because in the beginning, there's not really phones. Phones weren't a huge thing. There was a lot of letters back and forth. It was like which we can't necessarily comprehend the same way. I mean, we can do long distance in the current.
I mean, when we were that age, there was already like razor phones and stuff.
To an extent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There wasn't quite texting just yet. Elementary.
There was. You just had to pay for it.
Yeah. But yeah, for them, it's like writing letters. So, I mean, it takes days, weeks to get a letter, and then you get to read it. You get to feel all these emotions, and then they send it back. And it's just a lot of back and forth. And then it kind of progresses with like a phone in the house and like telephone booths and everything else. And then by the time they hit high school, they have cell phones. But by the time they hit high school.
Did you notice he had a razor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
By the time they hit high school, they kind of didn't even really talk like that anymore, which is kind of depressing. Talk at all.
Yeah, there was no communication. He was writing text to no one.
He was writing emails to no one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And emails to her without actually sending them because they weren't in contact anymore.
And might I say,
extremely sad.
The train.
Mm-hmm.
That was brutal. Oh.
At the end of the movie,
it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, where like after all these years, he like finally sees her and he's like, I can't turn around, because he knows like after all these years, it's not, it's more of the memories that they had together than what they were going to make at that point. After not being seeing each other they're full grown adults at that point.
Yeah.
Which I think it hit him a lot harder than it hit her, which kind of hits a little different.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, that's
movie always how it is. It always hits one person more than the other.
In the beginning.
Yes.
It's I feel like from what I've learned, it hits females early on and it hits them hard. We don't quite register it the same way as males. But as far as long term later,
yes. It takes us years.
Yeah. And then you sit there and think about everything that's happened over a set amount of time, and
Yeah,
we've all done it.
Yeah. This, like I said, this movie just plays with my emotions way too much. I did sit there and sob over a drink, and
it's fair. It's completely reasonable.
I finished it and texted the group, and I just said I hate myself for choosing this movie. But
I do remember that.
I saw that before I watched the movie and didn't realize
how
the extent.
I didn't. I thought you were just saying it to say it. I didn't realize you actually meant it. You know what I mean? Until I started watching it.
Yep. I'll let Jake take this one over.
So
chug that beer, buddy. You got this. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
So here's what I want to say about it. The hard part at the end was not the train. As someone who is dealing with like pretty serious depression, the way when he was in his apartment talking about what's going on now, the way he talked about how he feels about his surroundings,
the lackluster feeling that he has towards everything now,
like everything is filled with sadness around him.
because it'll never reach that moment that he had with her.
Oh man, this is literally like I'm giving it like a 9.5. Not because the plot was the greatest plot ever, but because I haven't actually cried in as long. I can't remember the last time I actually cried. Like, I'm not a crier. I cry during anime, but I don't cry at like actual feelings. I think that's something to do with how, like, my depression or whatever. But this is the first time I've actually cried in like recent memory, and this movie did that for me. I'm about to start right now, honestly.
It's fair, man. Like, this is an animated movie that tells a real story. They created the story and then chose to use an animated like style to portray it. That's it. It's real. It's 100% real. There's nothing extra about it. Everyone can relate to the entire movie and dealing with relationships. And it's just tough to bring up those feelings. It's to like deal with that, just watching that happen.
Whoever wrote this really understands either themselves or people.
Yeah. Yes. They have a great insight into people. For my rating, I give it a 9.3. I absolutely loved it. For all the reasons we mentioned, it's just phenomenal. Like, this brought back, even just like thinking about this, like, I never went through I went through something like this, but like just this type of feelings and stuff like that, and going through it growing up and trying to deal with that is tough. And it just brings back all the sad stuff you grow up with.
Yeah. There's moments in this where every single person can relate to. Yeah. And they're all fucking sad, dude.
Yes. Any moment is sad. I kept waiting, like, every time it would be like a 5-minute stretch. You'd be like, all right, maybe it won't get sadder. No, it just keeps getting sadder.
Every single time.
Like, halfway through the movie, I walked down to grab a drink, and my dad was down there. And I'm like, I've got like tears and stuff. And he just looks at me straight up and he's like, you need to start taking your medicine again.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Hey, this is the type of movie that make you do that.
It's not when I saw, I gotta be honest, I'm a very superficial person on the surface. I don't like shows. Like you guys know, there are a lot of shows that I don't like just by looking at the surface, like their synopsis or like teaser images or something. Then I watch them. You guys convinced me to watch them, and I fucking love them. This was one of those. I thought, oh, it's only an hour long. Oh, this synopsis doesn't look too cool. Then I watched it, and I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, like, the beginning, I was like, oh, I mean, it sucks, but like, the way that, like, it's gonna be a happy ending.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, this is gonna be a happy ending.
That's the part that killed me.
Because that's how they ended it too. Like, they didn't.
It just ended.
Yeah,
there's no continue. It's just that you don't know what's ever.
It's life, and that's the shitty part. It's like, this is how life is, and so like, it's just how we have to like get through a day. Everybody has to get through like a day to day. Like, life doesn't stop due to how we feel. And there's going to be a lot of shitty aspects of, everyday life. And
well, the thing that got me was he described, how he's feeling. Right. And that got me. Then I'm thinking, as I think in all shows, it's going to get better. Somehow he's going to get better.
Yeah.
And it just ends with him feeling bad. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to at least, like, maybe get, like, you come to find out that him and the other chick, like,
maybe they
rekindle a relationship or something, like, later on. But no.
No, he's just.
It made me feel bad for her too.
Feeling sad, and she's getting married, still thinking about him.
Yep.
And that's just how it is.
They're both looking far off into the distance.
Yeah.
Well, like the chick in high school or middle school, high school. Yeah. Who had a thing for him.
And she just realized
he wasn't looking at her. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, never she's probably still on that island.
True.
Yeah. He moved. Yep.
And then he had a girlfriend that we saw for like 20 seconds that he dated for 3 years, the girl with the glasses and the pigtails.
Yeah. But they never
No, and he said she loved him but no matter how much they texted or emailed or anything, like he never got close to her.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well done, dude.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I think this is a movie that, like, there's a lot of movies that and shows that we choose to watch and we, touch upon. That is kind of hard to, like, maybe show people who never seen anime or like,
yes,
it's a hard spin for people who never watched anything of the sort. But I think this is something that, like, emotionally everybody's going to feel.
Yeah.
And you could sit just about anybody down on a couch and, like, really, I don't want to say enjoy, because it's far from enjoyment.
I didn't enjoy the movie.
Far from enjoyment.
No, nobody enjoys this.
But I think anybody can sit down and watch this movie and just genuinely feel what's going on. And I think, like, it splits the difference of, like, the mentality of, like, people watching anime and, like, the way this is animated and portrayed. I don't think you could do it in a live action sense.
No.
And grasp the same emotions the way that you can in this.
You could 100% physically do it.
Yes.
But
it's grounded in that sense.
Feel the same.
You emotionally wouldn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I could go back, I would never watch this.
It's fair.
I mean,
it's not a good experience.
It took me to a real vulnerable place earlier today that I was not happy to be at.
And it's all, dude, the crazy part is, like, I mean, we're doing this. We're all guys.
Yeah.
We're all, like,
all white guys.
We're all, white guys, but, like, I don't want to say, like, manly to an extent, but, like, I mean, I do blue collar work. I mean,
we're all masculine.
Yeah.
Yes, we all have masculine attributes about us.
Yes, and that's what majority of the male population is. And feelings aren't necessarily a thing that we ever make ourselves vulnerable to.
Yeah.
To an extent, on a lot of aspects with anybody. Very few people. Mm-hmm. And this broke us down in a way that we didn't expect.
No, I was actually really pissed because I watched this, took a shower, and then I was here. I was really mad at you.
Oh, if I took a shower after I watched this, I would have stand there with, like, just for.
I still would have been in the goddamn shower. No way.
I would not get out of the shower.
No way. I was fucking crying in the shower.
Just letting the shower thoughts ramble. It's hard enough as is.
And I'm not now because I realized how good it was, but, like, in the heat of the moment, I was really fucking mad at you that I had to watch that because of you.
Hey, that's a reasonable reaction in my opinion.
I don't want to watch this again, but at the same time, I kind of want to bring it to, like, a different group of people and just see how.
I'd like more people to watch it, but I will not be watching it with them.
Yeah, you want to ask them how they thought.
I like to get, like. Oh, getting a phone call. No, whatever. They can wait. I just kind of want to bring it to a different audience too, and just see how it's portrayed in a different.
Well, this is also a movie before you put it on the list I had never even heard of.
Me neither. And I don't know what it was that, like, rekindled this flame, because I've seen it all over the place lately on a lot of different lists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen it all over TikTok, and I've seen it on a lot of different lists. And like I said, it came out in 2007. It came out a while ago.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't know what sparked it, but yeah.
All right, John. Characters. Let's get into it.
So, as far as characters are concerned, there's really only 3 characters, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of, like, here or there.
No,
but
there's only 3 characters. There are other people in the story, but they aren't characters.
Yes. That being said, the emotions I felt for every single character, they grasped the physical and mental emotion for all 3 of them perfectly. I like the way that I don't recall the other chick's name. The one
Kaide, something like that.
Kaide, something like that. I like the fact that they kind of put her in there because it supported the theme of the original couple, and just really drove that like
that because
ideology.
Of what they had.
Yes,
he's missing what's right in front of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just seeing her go through all of the emotions of like having a crush and, you know, everything she sacrifices and what she does every single day with him just to be there with him and wanting that. But then the realization and the realistic aspect of the fact that sometimes just because you feel something for somebody, they're not necessarily going to reciprocate those feelings and see you in the same way. And so
there's
like
a quote from Itaewon Class, sorry to interrupt you, the Korean drama I just watched, Itaewon Class. Liking someone is not a give and take.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like seeing her feelings and like the way that her story is portrayed in the same sense, I think was just done very well as well. Even though I think
she was the most interesting part of this because before, like in the beginning, I say interesting, but the whole thing was interesting. But you know what I mean? Like in the beginning,
really
it
drove
was just
it home.
Yeah.
Yes.
She made it interesting because she was an outside personality looking in and couldn't get in. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to perfectly describe that, but she was, if that second part, that middle part didn't happen, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
Yeah.
No.
That being said, I mean, like I said, there's only 3 characters in this whole show.
Yeah.
But I think they were done perfectly. And I don't think you could, if you added more to it, it would have taken away from
100%
the whole movie. That being said, I give it a 9. I'll slide over to Jake here.
I'll just say it now. I'm giving it a 9.5 all across the board.
Okay.
That's fair.
So the only thing I've rated higher than this is Tower of God.
Which I think is a reasonable thing to do, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's how much I like this, because anyone who listens to the podcast knows how much I like Tower of God.
Yeah.
So for characters, I was thinking I would rate them low while I was watching it. But then about halfway through, I realized like the reason that you don't notice the characters is because they're so real.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 3 characters that we meet are so real that you don't even notice. Like they are perfectly human.
Yeah. They're people you can walk by on the street, and that could be one of these characters.
Yep.
And of course, because the main character, you know, is feeling a way that got to me. The main character's life and the way he feels about it has made me cry for the first time in however long.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
it's fair. Like
you got to me.
This story, the characters make this story. Like if you would change any one little thing about it, like the characters, the story wouldn't have come off as well. Like these are the perfect people to be put in these, like that create this situation. And it's just like, just seeing the emotions that they go through and like how they feel throughout life is just so relatable. It's terrible. Like it's insane. It is probably one of the best like movies I could relate to, period. Not a lot anime, not like, and literally just the best movies I could like. I understand what these people are going through, and I can just think about it, and boom, that feeling's immediately back.
Yep.
And not many movies can do that, and it's just really these characters drive it home. As we mentioned, I give the characters a 9.5 as well.
It's almost a character study.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can see. I'm actually tearing up. It's embarrassing.
Don't worry, you can't see it. So, and most people listen to the podcast.
Well, then I shouldn't have
fine.
fucking said anything.
Hey, it's okay. It's a safe place.
Yeah, this is a safe place until we talk. Yeah.
Until we talk about One Piece,
One Piece and Bleach. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't. We can't be talking about that now.
Yeah, and like I think it was the perfect amount of time as well. You know, I mean, you made a comment earlier about like being happy that we had a short movie this week, but like I don't think you could drag it out any more than you already have, as well as like shortened it. Like I think they got their point across in the exact way that they needed to, and they just didn't add or take anything away from it the way that they wanted it portrayed.
Exactly. It's a hard end. Like they tell their story and boom, that's it. Nothing else.
Yep.
It was the thing I liked the most about it is, you know, it's easy to wrap up an ending, but it's hard to have an ending that still makes sense as an ending, but absolutely shocks anyone who watched it.
Yeah.
Like I watched the entire credit sequence till it was over.
Hoping you got something more.
Yeah, hoping I got something more, but to make sure it was actually over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because it was just like, I was watching this, I was like, all right, when's this guy gonna get better? When are they gonna meet? And this is all gonna change, and it just ended. It's like the credits started playing and it said 5 centimeters per second, and I was like, wait a second.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That was all there was.
That's how this ends.
Yeah, it's insane.
I guess we'll dive into the last part here. Cover the animation. I'm kind of right in Jake's boat here. I gave it a 9.5 as well.
It was so good, dude.
Do you want to just give my 9.5 as well? 9.5. It was phenomenal. But yeah, please go ahead.
So it was very focused on the individual characters throughout a majority of it. And they made sure to hammer home specific scenes as far as like the backdrop or like the background or like the setting. You know, there's a lot of like
the Sakura tree,
the snow, like when on the train, like when the train was in the middle of the tracks and like the middle of nowhere, and he was just like wanting to get to her, and just, you know, after being on a train all day, and you know, the snow just heavy hitting. Or like even like I loved the scene where they were just sitting in the train station together. And just having tea in the train station together, just enjoying that little time they have together.
A little moment.
Yeah. Like knowing
them in
that
the
they
shed.
have to. Yep. And then them in the shed. Yep. Just enjoying the little things that they have when they can have them. Like how they didn't beat around the bush either. They got their kiss.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't
but it amounted to nothing.
I know.
Sometimes that's what happens.
But that's life.
That's life. Yeah, exactly. That's life, man.
I mean, how often do we talk about like every single show or movie we've ever watched, like beating around the bush when it comes to relationships?
Yeah.
You know?
You always have to wait and see what happens. These people got to it, knew how they felt. They were, you know, and it's how they felt that moment.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they knew how they felt. They were 13.
Yeah.
But it is how they felt that moment.
Fair.
And that one moment lasted the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she was at least relatively able to get past that. At least she's getting married. He was not able to get past it.
No.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
That thought's just always
know if there was more to the fucking movie, but
yeah. Well, that's never gonna happen.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, we gave it 9.5s across the board. I don't, if you guys want to elaborate a bit.
Dude, the way I was thinking about, because I always like think about how I'm gonna talk about a show or something when I'm watching it during the podcast. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking the only two words that I could describe it as are one, realistic, and two, just beautiful.
Yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing. Like even like the small details, like even his like
done.
Even his room when it was full of like clutter and trash, like that was so well done. It's you could see like walking into someone's room, and that would be what it was.
It
like,
looks better than if they had done it live action.
Oh yeah, sure. It looks way better. And just like it's so stylized and it fits like it's just that nostalgia feeling looking back as well.
Like we all gave it 9.5s, but it's no Demon Slayer. The thing is, it was so realistic, but at the same time, it was stylized as an anime.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how to perfectly describe it. It was
we
just
give Demon
so
Slayer
fucking
the
good.
credit we do because of the way that they portray a lot of their action sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's on a whole different level. But the way that this was portrayed on every single standing across from start to end was just so perfectly placed. They knew exactly what they were doing the whole movie.
Yeah.
This was more about art than animation.
Like it,
Yes.
it wouldn't surprise me if, and this isn't what happened, obviously, but as like a film person,
Mhm.
it wouldn't surprise me if they filmed the whole fucking movie like live action and then gave it to an animation team and were like, animate this and make it look better. Like
Yeah.
that's how good the animation was.
Yeah. Yeah, like even this, like for people looking on our YouTube, the graphic we've had up is just phenomenal. Like this is just like one screen grab of one frame in the entire movie, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the craziest thing. So a lot the whole 5 centimeters per second is them talking about the Sakura leaves
falling from the tree,
falling from the tree and hitting the ground. You don't see a full bloom. They don't see it together.
Yes.
Once. It's the middle of the winter when they go. But they always relate to it, wanting to see it in the full bloom together.
Because they saw it at the end the first time at the beginning, and they were like, one day we'll see this together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they never do.
Never do. And that's the whole premise of it in the first place, too. Is just what she said to him.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
John, what's the final score?
John, you can go fuck yourself for all I care.
Damn, that's brutal.
9-4.
That seems about right.
Yeah,
this was probably
crown.
That's the crown for movies, right?
Yeah,
easily. No, nothing's above a 9. I don't think it was above.
I think Perfect Blue was like an 8.7 or something.
8.6.
8.6.
And then what was
9.4 is the highest score of all time.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think we've had
8.9 is,
or we had Tower of God.
Tower of God is 8.9.
8.9.
Oh yeah, that was 8.9. I thought it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in this corner of the world is an 8.3.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Look at that out of nowhere.
I no longer hold both crowns, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
I don't think you're taking this one back. This was too good of a movie.
This is a tough one to beat.
This was a good one.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're listening to this, I mean, I know we don't really get too much when it comes to this, the top tier steer clears, but man, this show this movie,
everyone listening should watch this. Everyone,
at least once.
Times over this episode not to watch it, or I would not watch it if I could.
Yeah.
So I only said that because it is so powerful and impacting that it makes me feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Like this is something you need to see because of how personal and powerful it is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to watch this at least once.
And it will hit everyone differently.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's incredible. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those films you would recommend to anyone walking on the street.
Yeah.
Grab a bottle of wine, grab a blanket, and get ready to cry.
Yes. Get some comfort food.
It's only an hour long.
Yeah. You can sit through it.
But the emotional damage will last a lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this movie is. Emotional damage for a lifetime.
Especially when you post your emotional damage on the internet.
Yeah. Facts. Well, we'll make sure to get that up. And we got a few things to post up on the Facebook. We got all of them up on YouTube. I haven't had a chance to post them up onto Facebook. So we're going to update those. I'll make sure to get everything over the last few weeks up there as well. That being said, we are going to move into our last topic of the night, our draft.
Hey, John, before we move on, I just want to let you know that I'm pretty sure tier is spelled wrong. I just realized that. In top tier is steer clear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it I before E? Oh Jesus!
I'm sorry. I don't know what made me just think of that, but I was like, wait a minute, that's not right.
It spelled right on my paper too.
That's really
when I retyped
really
it into I switched up like my like from Google to PowerPoint, and when I redid it, I must have just quickly typed it wrong.
Did you just redo it this week?
Last week.
Oh Jesus!
It was wrong last week.
We went an entire episode without noticing it was wrong.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. I don't. It came out today. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Back to the draft. Go ahead.
This was the closest draft we've had between the three of us. Like,
oh, really?
All
what
within
was the draft last week?
Villains.
Antagonists. Yeah.
Antagonists. Yeah, when I say like first place was only like 3 ahead, and then we both tied for second.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Richie won.
Let's go.
Because it got Griffith, that piece of shit.
Griffith, Rachel, Muzan, Aaron.
Well, hold on. I don't remember the last time I was pretty drunk. You got Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Remember because
that was my
we put you first. We put you first. You went with
I
Light.
took Griffith, and then on the way back, I took Rachel.
And you
so you
flipped
didn't even
out.
get either one. Yeah.
I remember because we.
Of course you fucking won. Carry on.
Yeah, and then me and Jake tied for second. So
sometimes you just got to do it to him. That was a very proud moment.
This is a slight I will never forget.
I hope.
I will pay you back until the day I die.
Yeah.
All right, let me write this out real quick.
Actually, it's funny I said that because I forgot it from last week.
Yeah, we had to remind you right now. We can go order. We can go John, Jake, myself.
All right.
Did I see that coming?
I was tempted to get the first pick, but I don't know. I don't want to wait too long.
There's one song that if you guys take, I'll be really fucking pissed.
There was one song I think for us is the automatic first pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I was like, do I really just about that or just give it up?
But there's
like,
another one that if you guys take, I'm actually going to be mad.
Me too.
I don't.
Wait, but I have a few in there that I think you guys won't even think to choose.
Oh, same here.
So I'm going to save those and hope you guys don't pick them. Me personally, number one pick. What else? Unravel.
Yeah.
It's got
that was coming.
Whoever had the first pick was getting Unravel. That was what was going to happen.
And if you don't know where that's from, it's from Tokyo Ghoul. So go watch Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
For a second pick, I'm taking Tank, Cowboy Bebop.
Yep. Respect that. That was on the list.
I think I'm gonna go my first pick with the Pokemon theme.
Oh, come on. I was hoping to God that would make its way around.
It wouldn't have made it back.
I was hoping because like I was thinking of all like the new like a lot of the ones that we talk about all the time, but Pokemon doesn't come up that often with us.
I was gonna pick it first, but I figured Cowboy Bebop was too big of a one to lose.
Yeah.
I didn't pick it first.
That's fair.
I just feel like
That's
we don't
why I
talk about
wanted
Pokemon enough. So like I thought it wasn't gonna, but that is iconic. So you can't not do it.
That's the only anime opening that almost everyone in America our age knows.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
My other one, I'm going to take Rumbling, Attack on Titan.
Okay.
I'm not winning this week. I've already decided. I'm choosing my favorites.
I'm going to take Garang from Demon Slayer. OP1. Thank you very much.
Me, I gotta go with the so I grew up with it. Wild Drive, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the first anime I ever watched before Pokemon.
Me too.
I think I watched Pokemon
I was much
first.
more into Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I was Pokemon.
Me too.
Okay. I was the opposite.
My second one. My Dearest, Guilty Crown.
Okay. Never seen it.
Guilty Crown is such a good show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen some things that make the animation look not very good, so I haven't watched it.
I haven't rewatched it recently, so I can't speak on it. But like when I originally watched it, like it hit for me.
Really?
But like I also know that we've covered a handful of shows that we've rewatched and just kind of thought differently of. So I don't want to think differently of it. Like if I rewatch it type thing. Like I want to hold on to those memories.
Mm.
All right, Jake.
Did you choose 2?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do We Are One Piece.
Oh no.
Obviously.
Yeah.
If I didn't put that in, I'm not a One Piece fan.
That's true. I'm gonna do The Hero, One Punch Man.
Solid.
And I'm gonna do the titular Odd Taxi from Odd Taxi.
Still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably put it on my list one of these weeks, so to make you guys watch it.
I'm meaning to watch it. I put it on my queue a few weeks ago, but we're watching so many shows right now. It's kind of hard to just watch something else.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I want to put it on, because like I don't want it like waiting around. I think you guys would really like it, especially you, Jake. I think you'd love it.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff about it. So this is my 4th pick.
Correct.
Mukanio by Survive Says the Prophet. The Vinland Saga first opening. The metal one.
Oh yeah.
As a metalhead, that shit was so fucking good.
I get 2, right?
Yeah, these are the last 2.
I'm gonna do Rolling Star from Bleach.
That's fair.
As Jake said, we wouldn't be true fans if we didn't choose at least one from our shows.
Yeah. I personally, more than the openings for Bleach, my favorite thing about Bleach is just the OST, like the music that plays during the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
More than the OST, I really like. Like, it always goes back to the Ichigo Kenpachi fight.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
See, this is where I'm split. Because I've got 3 actually.
Oh boy.
I know you guys are going to choose one of them, so it doesn't really matter because I only get to pick one anyways.
I promise you I won't.
I don't know. I think Jake might. Maybe.
No, I won't.
Probably not. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Jujutsu Kaisen one, but I'm gonna have to kind of stick to my guns here and do one reason. Dead Man Wonderland.
That's fair.
All right. Get the fuck out of here. All right.
I did have Renegade by Gangster too. Gangsta.
No, I didn't mean I was gonna pick that. I'm just saying. I thought for 1 second you were gonna pick the song that I was gonna pick just to spite me.
Oh damn.
If you guys don't know what my last pick is, then I don't know what you've been doing for the past
I know.
months.
This was my pick. I didn't want to. It wasn't out of spite. I wasn't going to choose anything out of spite this episode.
Yeah.
What am I?
This is
what am I? What am I?
I know exactly what
next?
Tower of God opening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Top
There's no way.
by Stray Kids.
Unless
Tower of God.
Yeah.
I didn't even put that on my list, Jake, out of respect from last week.
I thought about picking it first, just for respect.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a lot like you guys weren't going to pick that. I knew that. So there's a lot of songs that I could miss out on, or a lot of openings I could miss out on by picking that first.
I am going to go with Over the Moon for You from Tony Kawa.
Tony Kawa.
Yeah. Jake's probably least favorite show. Well, second least favorite show I ever mentioned to him.
What is Tony Kawa?
That's the married one. That was saying where they get married immediately.
Jesus Christ.
I also had Flyers on there. I know you'd appreciate that one, Jake.
I put that out. Yeah. Oh, from Death Parade? Yeah. I love Death Parade.
Yeah.
I was gonna pick it if you guys stole any of mine, but you didn't steal any of mine.
Howling was a good one too, from Darker Than Black.
Yeah, I also had Fly High from Haikyuu.
Yeah,
that was also on my list.
And then Inferno from Fire Force, Baby Cry from Tokyo Revengers.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's so many good ones. Like it's
Dude, the openings are so legit. Like the show could be god awful, and the opening is just like there.
Mhm.
So here's what I need. I needed Tower of God season 2, and I need Stray Kids to do the opening and ending again. And I need it to be, well, it will be if Stray Kids does it, as good as Top and Slum.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, if they do it, it'll probably be just as good. So
yeah.
Jake.
All right.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
I didn't actually have time. I say I didn't have time. I looked at it and figured I'd wing it. The outro. That was episode 32 of the Anime Happy Hour podcast. 5 centimeters per second. It's the show that we did today. Honestly, I have to pee so bad. I'm like shaking just sitting here doing this outro, but I'm not going to cut it short because I love our fans and I'll suffer through it. We really appreciate, I want to show appreciation to John and Richie. John, I'm only doing this because they showed appreciation to me. I thought about appreciating them, but I was never going to actually voice it.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
lucky I decided not to drink this week, or else it probably wouldn't have come.
Yeah.
Until you did it to me. Now I have to actually talk about it. Appreciation to John for not only talking us into this, but I like you said earlier, I handle everything for the YouTube channel, but John does literally everything else. And so a lot of appreciation for him. He's putting in a lot of work on top of the 70, 80 hours a week he works. So I talk a lot of shit about him, but he's a good friend and he's doing well. And then Richie, who, in a moment of crisis for this podcast, really stepped in and helped us out, and not only helped us out, but became an integral member of the podcast. And, it was nice meeting him the other day. He's a really cool guy.
Thanks,
he has
man.
an adorable smile.
Yep.
Oh, yes. I do have a really good smile.
Yeah. He's already got his own fan club.
Exactly.
What can I say? People love Garwood. That's all
Slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Hit us up. We'll put you in touch with Richard himself.
Yep. Yeah. Direct link to the Facebook account.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, so you can hit us up on YouTube. Just type in Anime Happy Hour podcast.
We are showing up in the search now, right?
Yeah, we are 100% showing up in the search. We should be the first on the search if you search Anime Happy Hour podcast. We're also at about 608 subscribers right now.
About 608.
Well, I don't know.
No, I know you. It just last time
we're
you
at
checked,
608 before the podcast started. I don't know if we gained any more in the process. We released a video today. Anyways, we're so 1,000 at 1,000 we are able to apply for monetization. So it would really help if anyone who's not subscribed would go over to our YouTube and subscribe. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anime Happy Hour Podcast. You can hit us up on Facebook, Anime Happy Hour Pod 03. We recently got our first what would you call it? Evaluate? No, it wasn't evaluation. It was more like an uplifting comment.
Mm-hmm.
What, on the YouTube channel?
No, on our Facebook message.
Oh, yeah.
It's too long to be a comment, but it was very uplifting and positive and helpful.
And they had talked about, the fact that they're very much into, they just kind of stumbled upon our Facebook, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But very much into like K-pop and like the reaction videos. Definitely watched they watched the reaction videos on our YouTube. But the fact that we talk so passionately about what we do and have, how much we love, every aspect of what we do as far as reaction videos, the TikToks, the podcasts, they're not huge into anime, but because of that, they want to check out the anime, podcasts and maybe get into it. So it was cool to, really hear from
Yeah, some feedback.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it since day one, but this is the first time we've really gotten feedback, and it was awesome. So if you guys could, you know,
We
I
do
mean, you
read
don't
them.
have to, but if you guys want to, you know, send us your thoughts on what we're doing. Also, what John was saying about the TikToks, we filmed our first TikTok reaction video about a month ago, but I put off editing it, and it's coming out tomorrow, which is after or before this episode is actually released.
Yeah.
So it's coming out Tuesday, October.
October, goddamn son.
Shut up. May 24th. So check it out if you want. We have another one coming out 2 days later. See if you like the format. John's compiling a bunch of anime TikToks for us, and we're reacting to them.
Yeah. Second one was a step up from the first.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're getting better as we progress, but
you know, it is what it is. John's got to step up his TikTok game. We all knew that.
You know, TikTok's going to step up their TikTok game. I go into a deep dive, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, I've rambled on enough. You can hit us up all our links or just our podcast on anchor.fm/happy anime hour 03. Once again, this is John, the asshole who's sometimes nice. Jake, the Stray Kids fan, and Richie, the guy with the adorable smile.
Yep.
See you next time.
Peace.
See ya.